Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Arlington, Texas, as today the New York Yankees take on the Texas Rangers in Ron Guidry's #1 start in his 1978 season. And from Arlington Stadium, this is New York Yankee Baseball on WMCA Radio. As my name is the Utah Mike Sports Time Machine, I bring you Ron Guidry's first start of the 1978 season, as we'll be replaying the 78 season by just playing Ron Guidry's starts and auto-playing everything else, at least until most of the season. So welcome to Arlington, as we'll roll our own dice for Ron Guidry's first start of the year. Let's take you to the field. The Rangers have taken the field. Al Oliver in left, Juan Benitez in center, and Richie Zisk in right. Toby Harrah at third, Bert Canapaneris at short, Bump Wills at second, and Mike Hargrove at first. Behind the plate is Jim Sundberg, and on the mound is JOn Matlack. The Yankee lineup will be Mickey Rivers leading off at second, Willie Randolph at second, Mickey Rivers in center, Thurman Munson's your DH. He's still ailing an aching knee, so he'll DH today. Reggie Jackson in right, Lou Pennell in left, Cliff Johnson does the catching, Chris Chambliss at first, Greg Nettles at third, and Bucky Dent is your shortstop. And on the mound will be Ron Guidry. This is the Yankees' opening day of the 1978 season. Again, we'll be replaying all of Ron Guidry's starts from his 25-3 great season he had. And leading off for the Yankees will be Willie Randolph. As you see, we'll be using a die roller for entering the game statistics in. So JOn Matlack gets the pitch. He readies Jim Sundberg behind the plate. And here's the first pitch to Willie Randolph. And that's going to be a 2-8 to a lefty. It's a ground ball to third base, picked up by Harrah. Makes the play across for the first out. So there's your first out of the ball game. Willie Randolph is out. The 1978 season has started in a bang. And now bring up the center fielder, Mickey Rivers. So Rivers leads off. Left-handed batter against Matlack. Sundberg sets the sign. JOn Matlack with the windup and the pitch. This will be a 5-8. Struck him out. Big strikeout for JOn Matlack. And that's 2 outs here in the first. So 2 outs. And now here's Thurman Munson. So Munson's up. 297 hitter in 78. Right-handed batter. Sundberg sets the target. JOn Matlack. And the pitch is... That'll be a 6-5 fly ball center field, and that should do it. So that'll be Juan Benitez with the catch, and ends the first inning. 1/2 inning of play, Yankees nothing, and the Rangers coming up to bat. So Benitez makes the catch, and there is 1 out. And we're going to have some delay on the graphics. We'll go ahead and probably turn them off. That way we can kind of play kind of fast as we can. So let's probably turn them down and see what happens. Give me 1 sec. We'll go ahead and turn that part of it off. And here we go. So here is Mike Hargrove, the Ranger lineup. Hargrove leading off at first, Campaneris at short, Oliver in left, Zisk in right, Toby Harrah at third, Kurt Bavak was your DH, Juan Benitez at center, Bump Wills at second, and Jim Sundberg is behind the plate. Cliff Johnson does the catching. He shows the sign. Ron Guidry, and here's the first pitch from Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. 3-6, single 1-13, rolls to 18. Nice play by the second baseman, Willie. So Willie with a nice play. So Willie is retired on a 3-6. 3-6 again was a single 1-13. As you see on the roll, it was an 18 on the 20, and Hargrove is retired. Now here's Campaneris. Boy, he played a long time. He's been around with the A's and stuff, now playing with the Rangers. Good, solid, still shortstop. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Campy. 4-5 is going to be a line drive base hit. So Campaneris will get the first hit of the ball game, and it hits it off Guidry. 4-5. Now be a double 1-9. It's a 19. It's a single for Campaneris. Again, all the management decisions will be done by the PC. Here is the tough outfielder, Al Oliver. So Oliver, the batter, runner on first, 1 out. Johnson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-6. That's a single. So a single for Oliver. Let's see what they decide to do the hit and run. So that single does not count. So we have to roll again for a high number. It's going to be a 5. 5-6 should be a strikeout. No, it's a fly ball center field. Campaneris holds, and it was a failed hit and run. So gotta hit the dice first to make sure the computer doesn't try something fishy. Here's Richie Zisk comes the batter. Long time player with the Pirates, now Rangers and White Sox. And Campaneris was trying to get a lead. So here we go. Zisk the batter, runner on first, 2 outs. Johnson sets the target. Here's the pitch from Guidry. And that's going to be a 4-7, and he walked him. So Ron Guidry already struggling out here in the elements of Arlington, Texas. First and second, 2 outs. And here is Toby Hara. So Hara the batter, 2 on and 2 outs. Hara steps up. Johnson sets the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-5, and that's going to be a base hit with a 20 on it. Let's see. Nope, it's going to count. 4-5. And it was a 20-sided roll on a 20, which means Campaneris should score, and does. The Rangers lead 1-0. So a difficult start for Guidry, 1.74 ERA during the season, and has already given up his first hit and run batted in. Here's Kurt Bavacqua. Rangers have first and third, 2 outs. Don't want to give Matlack too much of a cushion. Johnson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And Hara was trying to get a good lead. So Johnson again goes out and talks to Guidry, puts the signs back down. Bavacqua readies. Here's the pitch to Bavacqua. 1-12 is a foul out behind the plate. That's going to be Johnson. Makes the catch, and the Rangers will strand 2. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 left at the end of 1-0 Texas. So here's Reggie Jackson, followed by Lou Piniella and Cliff Johnson. Sundberg sets the target. JOn Matlack with the windup and the pitch. 1-3, ground ball to short. That is Campaneris. Comes up and throws it across the diamond for the second out. Here is Lou Piniella. Gets the start today in left field. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup and delivery. That's a 6-7. Struck him out looking. So 2 outs here in the second. Yankees not getting much started against Matlack. Here's Big Heathcliff Johnson. Big man behind the plate. Strong power, especially against left-handed pitchers. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup and pitch to Cliff. 1-9 and struck him out as Matlack threw an off-speed at him. Yankees retired 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second. There is 1-0 Texas. So now Juan Benitez will hit, followed by Bump Wills and Jim Sundberg. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry looks in. Here's the first pitch to Benitez. 2-7, ground ball shortstop. He dead rolled Benitez in his column. Good play by Dent, and throws him out for out number 1. So now here is Bump Wills, the second baseman, son of Maury Wills. Cliff Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-10 ground ball back to the mound. Ron Guidry, always a cat at the mound. He's a good fielder and throws a strike to Chambliss for out number 2. Now here is Jim Sundberg, one of the finer defender catchers, and he's progressing to be an excellent hitter too. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. That's a 6-7. That's a strikeout looking good, solid second inning for Guidry. 3 up, 3 down go to Rangers. Go to the top of the third. 1-0 Texas. For the Yankees, Chris Chambliss followed by Greg Nettles and Bucky Dent. Sundberg sets the target. JOn Matlack with the windup and the pitch. 5-11 fly ball left field. This is where the Rangers aren't as great, but Oliver's pretty good. He is a 2E5. So we'll go ahead and roll all the dice. It's going to be a 9. He camps under it. And 11, no error, makes the catch. Route number 1. Here's Greg Nettles, always the All-American Gold Glove third baseman. Sundberg sets the sign. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch to Nettles. 1-5 is a single. 1-12. It's a 4. Base hit Nettles. He has the Yankees' first hit of the 1978 campaign. So Nettles stops at first and brings up Bucky Dent. Runner on first, 1 out. Nettles, no threat to steal, will be held. Bucky Dent now knows he has the middle he can hit through. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-8. That's a single. 1-6. That's a 5. Base hit. Bucky Dent. He gets a base hit. That should hold Nettles at third. 1-6. It's a 5, and it's first and second and 1 out. So 2 on and 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Willie Randolph, 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Sundberg sets the target now. Matlack looks in from the stretch. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Randolph. 3-7 and a single to center field for Randolph. Let's see if they'll score. Nettles from second. 3-7's a hit. A 1-10 to score, and they'll put the stop sign on Nettles. So the Yankees have the bases loaded and 1 out here in the third for Mick the Quick. He struck out his first time up. Sundberg goes out and talks to Matlack, sits behind the plate. Matlack looks in, gets the sign. Matlack working from the stretch. Bases loaded, 1 out Yanks. Here's the pitch to Rivers. 1-6 ground ball to the shortstop. Picked up by Campaneris. Flips at the Wills. Back to Hargrove in a double play. Ends the inning. So the Yankees leave a runner on. A double play wipes out the rest of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left going to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Texas. So Hargrove will now be heading, followed by Campaneris and Oliver. Second time through the order against Guidry here in the third. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup and the pitch. That's a 6-9 ground ball second. Willie's got an easy play, picks it up and throws him out for out number 1. Here is Bert Campaneris, 1 for 1, scored a lone run. That was back in the first. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-8 is a line drive first base right at Chambliss. Had him played perfectly. Hit it the other way, but Chambliss played a nice line drive. 2 outs. And here is Al Oliver, 0 for 1, flied out his first time up. Johnson sets down behind the target, puts down the signs. Ron Guidry nods. Here's the windup and pitch to Oliver. 3-12 is a single. 1-15. That's an 11. Base hit Al Oliver. So Oliver's on with 2 outs. That's an 11 on the 20. Will get the job done. So Oliver at first, 2 outs for Richie Zisk. Walked his first time up. Johnson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. Let's see, put the havoc on. Nothing's going on. Guidry from the stretch, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Richie Zisk. 6-6 and struck him out. Ron Guidry strikes out Richie Zisk, and the Rangers strand 1. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Texas on the New York Yankee Radio Network, WMCA New York. Top of the fourth, Yankees down 1-0. Yankees no runs on 3 hits. Texas 1 run on 3 hits. The out-of-town scoreboard, White Sox lead the Red Sox 1-0. Angels over the A's 2-0. The Orioles all over the Brewers 6-0. It's the Tigers leading the Blue Jays 6-2. The Royals leading the Indians 3-0. And the Mariners lead the Twins 3-2. Here's Thurman Munson. He's 0 for 1. Flied out his last time up. Sundberg sets the signs. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch to Munson. 3-6. Ground ball down the third. Picked up by Hara. Throws it across the diamond. Out number 1. So now the Yankees have to be a little more aggressive, but make sure they don't hit the bad pitches that Matlack throws. Matlack had a great season in 78. In 270 innings, he gave up 252 hits, a 3-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks, 157-51, and gave up 14 home runs. Most of his power he gives up when mostly against a right-handed pitcher. Sundberg sets the sign. Matlack with the windup to Reggie Jackson. 5-10 catch X. Sundberg is a 1-E-2. Unless you roll a 1 on the 20, there should be no problems. Here it is. It's going to be a 3. Ooh, little squibber in front of the plate on a 10, and Sundberg throws out Jackson for the second out. Here is Lou Piniella. He struck out his first time up. Top of the fourth, 2 outs here in Arlington. Rangers lead 1-0. Both teams with 3 hits. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Piniella. 5-4 is another catch axe. And this will be Sundberg. Let's see what he does with it. Does he throw the gear and make the play? What happens? We'll roll the 20-sided die and see. It's a 17. It's a G2. Another little number in front of the plate. It's a 13 and threw him out. Sundberg makes 2 assists, and the Yankees go meekly in the 4th. 3.5 in the books. 1-0 Texas. Now here's Toby Harris, singled and a run his last time up, the lone RBI in the ballgame. Guidry working here in the bottom of the 4th inning. For Ron Guidry so far, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry with the big windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-8. That's a ground ball to third. He dead rolled him to Nettles. Nettles picks it up, makes a strong throw to Chambliss for out number 1. Hara, an excellent season in 78, but he found the better part of that column there. Here is Bavacqua. He's 0 for 1. He fouled out his first time up. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry smiles, nods. Here's the first pitch. And that's going to be a 2-3. Oh, that's a drive to deep left field. Goes Piniella. This could go deep and gone. Way back is Piniella. It is gone. 1-5 home run. And Kurt Bavacqua sends it out of here. And the Rangers lead it 2-0. Holy smokes. So now here's Juan Benitez. Not the way I expected this replay to start, as Guidry has given up 2 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup to Juan Benitez. 3-9 is a fly ball in the center. That will be Rivers. That'll be Rivers, and makes the catch for out number 2. Here is Bump Wills, 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup and the pitch. 6-7, struck him out looking. So Guidry gets a big strikeout. Rangers score a run on Bavacqua's home run. We go to the 5th, 2-0 Texas. So Cliff Johnson followed by Chris Chambliss and Greg Nettles. Ron Guidry thought he was going to come out here like gangbusters, has not been treated that well. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the windup. Here's the pitch to Cliff. 1-7 is a walk. They get a leadoff base runner against Matlack. Big Heath Cliff Johnson will take first base. And now we'll take this quick timeout from the WMCA New York radio stations, and we'll be right back with more right after this. And we are back to the top of the 5th inning here in Arlington, Texas at Arlington Stadium. As so far, the Rangers hold a 2-0 lead. The Rangers 2 runs on 4 hits, and the Yankees no runs on 3 hits. It'll be Chris Chambliss, followed by Greg Nettles and Bucky Dent to bat against JOn Matlack. Sundberg sets, puts down the sign for Matlack. Matlack looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. It's a 4-10 and a walk. So the Yankees actually have runners at first and second, actually, back-to-back walks to Johnson and Chambliss. So you have 2 on, there is no outs, and here's Nettles. Nettles so far has singled. That was one of the Yankee 3 hits. So Matlack has a little jam, no outs, 2 on. Last time he had a jam, he got himself a double play ball. Let's see if he can get another one. So Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 1-10 single to center field for Nettles, his second base hit of the ball game. Let's see if that might score Johnson. Nope, he'll be a 1-7 trying to score. So the Yankees again will have to hold. The Yankees again will have the bases loaded this time. No one out here in the 5th. And it brings up Bucky Dent. He singled his last time up. The Yankees now a golden opportunity here to get on the scoreboard. Both teams with 4 hits. Yankees trying to break on the scoreboard here in 1978. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Dent on a 2-6 and a ground ball to third. That's going to be Hara. Gets it to Wills. The Hargrove gets him for a double play. Cliff Johnson will score from third. No RBI for Dent, and it's a 2-1 ball game. So now Yankees have the potential tying run 90 feet away, and it'll be Willie Randolph, a little bit on the anti-clutch. He loses one on 3-10, but Randolph's a good hitter in this situation to get this game tied. Rivers on deck, so runner on third and 2 outs. Let's see what happens. Nothing on the havoc roll. Runner on third, 2 outs. Matlack working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Randolph. It's going to be a 2-7. It's a walk, and Randolph is on. So now let's see what they do here. Randolph could be an 80% trying to steal if he can get it. It'd be a 1-16. So Rivers is on base. Randolph is going to try to steal second. Can he get the lead? And he got it. He gets the lead. 1-16. Throw by Sundberg. Not in time. So Willie Randolph steals second base. Takes the force off. And now Mickey Rivers comes up in a clutch situation where he loses 2 rolls. Second and third, 2 outs. Yankees trailing by a run. And Sundberg goes out and talks to Matlack. Goes over some signs, makes sure Randolph can't steal. Yankees have good speed on the bases. Chambliss would score easily on a hit. Randolph can easily follow. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack looks in. Benitez has a good arm. Zisk is an average arm. Oliver's a little below average. Sundberg sets. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 1-3, and that could be a base hit. Let's see what they give him. 1-3. Is that a single 1-11? It's a 2. It's a base hit. Chambliss scores. Yankees tie this game at 2, and Randolph will go to third. The Yankees come back with 2 of their own here in the 5th. Brings up Thurman Munson, so Rivers can now try to steal second base. So Rivers is going to try to steal it on Matlack here. 1-16. Does he get it? No, he does not. Matlack able to hold him close. So now it's first and third, 2 outs. Munson the batter. Loses 2 in the clutch column in for hits. Sundberg sets the target. Yankees have first and third. Now have tied this game up. Here's the pitch to Munson. Clutch pitch, 4-7, base hit. They got a base hit. Randolph will score, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Randolph scores. Rivers will go to third. He'll try to go to third. The throw is, no, he gets him. Oh, what a throw. And Randolph is out at third. There's the Cardinal sin, getting thrown out at third with 2 outs. So Rivers is gunned out. And the Yankees' 5th inning is over. They scored 3. Let's see what happens here. So the base hit left for Munson. Randolph scores. Dick Hauser's waving Rivers the third inning, thrown out. Okay, the Yankees scored 3 in the 5th. So at the end of 4.5, the Yankees lead it 3-2. So Yankees 3 runs on 6 hits. The Rangers 2 runs on 4 hits. So now all of a sudden, Ron Guidry now have a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning from Arlington. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. 5-7 ground ball second base. This should be Randolph. Randolph is a 1E20. Let's see if Randolph's able to make the play. Here comes the play. He will not give up a hit. That's automatic. And on a 7 is an easy play. So Randolph makes the play to Chambliss. And here's Hargrove. He's 0 for 2. Johnson sets the target. Ron Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Hargrove. Hargrove on a 5-5 and struck him out. Ron Guidry gets Hargrove looking. And that's the second out here in the 5th. So now it will bring in Bert Campaneris 1 for 2 with a run scored. Chambliss sets the target. Ron Guidry gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. 5-4. Catch X. Chambliss, this is not Munson catching. This could be an issue. Johnson's a 4E16. Let's see what happens here. Here is the play. It's a 7, so it should be a pop-up. And it's a 3, and no, he dropped in the field of play and throws it in the right field. That's an E2 from Johnson. Campaneris will take second base. Holy cow. A 2-base error by Cliff Johnson, and Bert Campaneris is on at second with 2 outs, and it brings up Al Oliver, who's a little bit with clutch. He gets a hit on a 110. So let's see what Oliver does. Oliver so far has flied out, base hit in the 3rd, 1 for 2. Johnson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-12 ground ball back to the mound. Nice play by Guidry. He fields it, throws it to Chambliss, and that's all for the Rangers in the 5th. 3-2 Yankees going to the 6th. So JOn Matlack in his 6th inning of work will pitch to Chambliss, followed by Piniella and Johnson. Lefty, righty, righty against the left-handed Matlack. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup in the pitch. 3-8 is a single right field for Jackson. So that's Jackson's first hit of the year. Good start for Reggie. He's 1 for 3. And it now brings up Lou Piniella. He struck out in ground out. So Reggie on at first, nobody out. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Piniella. 6-6 line drive, third base at Toby Harrah. Jackson better get back fast, and does. Ooh, Harrah almost threw it behind him to get him, but he didn't want to waste the throws. That's the first out. Here's Cliff Johnson. He struck out and walked. He's 0 for 1. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack working from the stretch. Jackson with the leadoff. Here's the pitch to Big Heathcliff. 1-6, struck him out. And JOn Matlack threw that slow curveball over, and Johnson went over it for the second out. So Jackson stuck at first. 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Chambliss. He's flied out and walked. Sundberg sets the target, puts down the combinations. Matlack nods, working from the stretch. Going from the set, here's the pitch to Chambliss. 4-4, and that is a deep drive to right field. Back goes Zisk. He's out the warning track and makes the catch. Home run 1-4, rolled an 18, and that will do it for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-2 New York. Yankees 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Texas 2 runs on 4 hits. Richie Zisk will be batting, followed by Toby Harrah and Kirk Bavacqua. Guidry in his 6th inning of work. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with a full windup to pitch to Zisk. 1-3, struck him out on a 1-3. Holy cow. So Guidry with that nasty slider away for the first out. And now here's Toby Harrah. That was strikeout number 5 for Guidry. Harrah 1 for 2 with an RBI. RBI came back in the 1st inning. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Harrah. 3-7. That's a single 1-6. No, line drive right at Dent. Oh, good play there. As Harrah almost snuck it through there, but a 16 will go aimlessly into Bucky Dent's glove. 2 outs here in the 6th. And here's Bavacqua, fouled out and then homered back in the 4th. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bavacqua. 1-4, struck him out. And Guidry with 2 strikeouts in the inning. We played 6, and it's 3-2 Yanks. And this is the WMCA New York Yankee Radio Network as the Yankees lead it 3-2. 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. The Rangers 2 runs on 4 hits. And this is your out-of-town scoreboard. The White Sox lead the Red Sox 1-0. The Angels lead the A's 2-1. The Orioles lead the Brewers 6-3. The Tigers beating the Blue Jays 8-3. The Royals lead the Indians 6-0. And the Mariners lead the Twins 7-6. Top of the 7th, it'll be Nettles followed by Denton Randolph against JOn Matlack. Nettles steps up. He's 2 for 2. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch. 5-3 is a ground ball down to the first baseman. That'll be Hargrove. He is actually a 3E22. Could be an interesting play all around. Let's see. It's an 11. He's able to field it. Can he keep the ball in his glove? He juggles it. It's on a 10. He just makes the play. 11 and 12 were both errors, so Hargrove with the play. Here's Bucky Dent. He singled in the 3rd and grounded out into a double play in the 5th. Yankees scored 1 of their runs on a double play earlier. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch. 2-4 line drive down to the first baseman Hargrove. Oh, he just snared it. 4 out, number 2. So 2 outs here in the 7th. And here's Willie Randolph. Randolph has grounded out, singled, and walked. He's 1 for 2. He's also scored a run. He's also, I believe, stolen a base. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch. 4-9. Ground ball shortstop. That's Campaneris. Definitely not what he used to be. Campaneris is a 3E40. So let's see if Campaneris is able to make the big play on this. He fields it on an 8. He gets it in the gap. He turns around on 11, and it's low and in the dirt for Hargrove. That's an E6 on Campaneris. So Randolph with a 2-out error gives the Yankees a possibility of running here. Let's see if Randolph can get the lead on a 16 or better. He does not. So Matlack able to hold them on. Here's Rivers, 1 for 3. RBI single back in the 5th. He rounded out in a double play in the 3rd and struck out in the 1st. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-10 catch axe. Let's see, that could be a possible pass ball or error on Sundberg. Sundberg is a 1E2, so that'll be a tough error or possibly pass ball to get. It's an 8. It's a pop. Oh, it's a pass out. It is a foul. It is a pop up. And over is Sundberg and makes the catch and ends the inning. Let's go to the 7th inning stretch here at Arlington. It's 3-2 Yanks. So now Juan Benitez will be followed by Bump Wills and Jim Sundberg here in the home 7th. Ron Guidry has gone 6 innings, given up 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, giving up that 1 home run. So Benitez sets up here at bottom of the 7th. Guidry has really settled down. Johnson sets in the target. Guidry with the windup and delivery. 6-2 ground ball down the first. That is flagged by Chambliss. He makes a nice play, gets it to the bag himself, and that is out number 1. Here's Bump Wills, switch hitter, batting from the right-hand side. Always good speed. Bump Wills, the batter. He swiped 52 bases in this 78 season. So depending on him to have a good season, hit about 250, had 9 dingers, but swiped 52 bases. Wills will switch hit, bat from the right-hand side against Guidry. Johnson sets the target. Guidry with the windup and delivery. That's a 5-5 and got him looking. Oh, that was that nasty slider right on the inside corner. 2 outs here in the 7th. So now here is Jim Sundberg. He's 0 for 2. This will be the end of 3 times through the order for Guidry here in the 7th inning. Johnson sets the target. Guidry nods. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. It's going to be a 5-6. Struck him out. Another strikeout for Guidry. That will be 8. And through 7 innings of play, the Yankees lead it 3-2. 8th inning, it will be Munson followed by Jackson and Pinella. This is Matlack's point of weakness inning. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack, the left-hander, looks in. Munson 1 for 3, single RBI in the 5th. Here's the pitch. 5-7, ground ball second. That is Wills. He's a 3E19. So let's see if he's able to make this play or not. Leadoff hitter at the top of the 8th. Here's the play. It is a 20. He fields it on an 8 and gets him on the play. Good play by Bump Wills. 1 out in the 8th. So now here's Jackson. Grounded out twice and singled. He's 1 for 3. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack with the windup. Here's the pitch to Jackson. 4-7 base hit Jackson. Jackson with his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 4. So Reggie's on with 1 out. And now here's Piniella. He's 0 for 3. Yankees lead 3-2 here. Sundberg sets the target. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Piniella. Piniella on a 4-6. That is a line drive down the line. Reggie should go first to third without a play. Let's see if they require him to take the extra base. 4-6. And yeah, it's on a 12. Let's see what they give him. And yes, he goes to third without even a throw. First and third, 1 out. And now here's Big Heathcliff Johnson. That is 2 hits or walks against Matlack's point of weakness. This is where you might see a righty here against Big Heathcliff. First and third, 1 out in the 8th. Yankees try to add some insurance. Sundberg sets the target. Rangers with the corners in. Harold Hargrove in on the corners. Campaneris Wills looking for a double play. Matlack from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Let's go to the Havoc first. And they go to Len Barker. So they will go out and pull out JOn Matlack. He goes 7 to third, and that roll of the dice will not count. Ooh, 5-9 against Barker is a strikeout. So now with Len Barker in, you can't take out Cliff Johnson because he's the catcher right now. Munson cannot be taken off the DH, theoretically. And they do have Fran Healy on the bench. He could be the perennial third catcher in this game. So now do you give Jim Spencer maybe an at bat? And he will. So Jim Spencer will come in and bat for Cliff Johnson. Fran Healy will come in and do the catching. So here we go. First and third, 1 out. Sundberg behind the plate. Barker now from the stretch. Big situation for Len. Here's the pitch. 4-7. The Havoc is on, and it's a walk, and the bases are loaded. So the bases are loaded for Yankees as Piniella takes second, Spencer takes first, and now the Rangers are forced to bring the infield in, trailing by a run with 1 out for Chris Chambliss, a dangerous left-handed hitter. He has flied out, walked, and flied out. He's 0 for 2. Sundberg sets the target. Len Barker looks to be struggling out there. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. Make sure everything is looking good. It is. It's going to be a 3-4. Ground ball to first. Good play by Hargrove. If I'm right, he's coming home with it. The go to Sundberg. Nice play. And they'll just exchange places. So that went 3-2 on that. So again, that swaps sides. Chambliss will take first. Spencer will go to second. Piniella will take third. That was a force out. So with 2 outs here now in the 8th, Greg Nettles stands in between the Rangers and getting him out this tough jam. Can Barker get out of this? Nettles the batter. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. His one column just loves to see a righty right now. Let's see if Nettles can connect one and put bat on the ball. Sundberg sets the target, pats down the sign. The young right-handed Len Barker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. On a 3-8, struck him out, and Len Barker, soon to be an Indian who will be an ace on that staff, makes the big strikeout for the 78 Rangers. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 3-2 Yanks. And the Yankees left again a bunch of guys on base. Fran Healy will now come in. So Healy comes in the game and will catch. He's the last catcher. Munson again not able to catch today because of ailing knees. Last of the 8th, Ron Guidry stays out there. He'll pitch to Hargrove, Campaneris, and Oliver. Here in the bottom of the 8th, let's see if the Yankees, who is in their bullpen, as they say. So let's see. Visiting pitching. Goose is up in the bullpen, and he is going to get ready. So Gossage is ready. Again, let's go back to the home lineup. Here we go. Hargrove. So Healy puts the sign down. Ron Guidry, here's the pitch to Hargrove. 2-7 is a ground ball hit hard to second. Randolph's got it. He's right there. Makes the play to first baseman Chambliss. Out number 1. So Hargrove is 0 for 4. Here's Bert Campanera. Single, lined out, and got on a two-base error back in the 5th. 1 out, bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Yanks. Healy, the new catcher, puts the sign down. Guidry with the lineup. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. 5-3, ground ball down the first. That's a tough play for Chambliss. Chambliss is a 2-4. He should be able to come up with this. He is pretty solid. Oh, it's a 2. He jinxed him. And then on a 16, there's no error. That's a base hit. So Campaneris beats Chambliss to the bag as Ron Guidry fell off to the wrong side. He was unable to get there, and Campaneris is on. So runner on first and 1 out. Base hit number 5 for the Rangers. And now here's Al Oliver, a tough left-handed. There is 1 for 3, single back in the 3rd. Healy sets the target. Ron Guidry from the stretch looks back at Campaneris. Let's see if they're going to run. They don't. So Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Oliver. 6-8, popped up to second. Oh my. Randolph's got it. Comes in, makes the catch for the second out here in the 8th. And now here's Richie Zisk. 0 for 2 with a walk. Walk back in the 1st. Healy sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. It's going to be a 2-12 fly ball to deep center field. Oh no. They're going to try to throw. Oh my goodness. Campaneris got the lead. That stolen base. Oh my. Campaneris stole second. So Richie Zisk dice roll was waved off. So Campaneris on at second, 2 outs. It makes Zisk now a possible clutch hit. He is neither clutch or he's non-clutch. So he bats the same one way or the other. Runner on 6, 2 outs. On deck for the Rangers is Hara. All righties coming up. Does Billy Martin decide to come out and get Guidry here after 7 2/3 on a warm afternoon here in Arlington, Texas? Here comes Martin. And looking at Zisk, yeah, they're going to get him. So they're going to come get him. So he kicks the ball from Guidry, and here comes Rich Gossage. He'll ask him to get 4 outs and a win for the Yanks here on opening day. So Gossage comes in, number 54, blazing fastball. Comes in against Guidry. Zisk kind of walked in, struck out twice. Runner on second, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Healy sets the target. Gossage gets the sign. You can tell it's going to be fastball. Gossage leans back and throws all 6s. Ground ball down the first. That is Gossage. He takes it to the bag himself and gets him, and that ends the 8th. So we go to the top of the 9th. It's 3-2 New York. Steve Comer on the mound. He'll come in. He's one of their bright pitchers there in the bullpen. He had an excellent season in 78. He was 11-5, 1 save, 2.31 ERA. He'll pitch to Dent, Randolph, and Rivers here in the 9th. So Sundberg sets the target. Steve Comer with the pitch to Dent. And that's a 3-11. That's a single 1-7 ballpark single. First time we've had one of those today here in Arlington. But it's going to be a 12, and that's a line drive at Campaneris for out number 1. So 1 away. Here's Willie Randolph, 1 for 3 so far, runs scored. So he comes up. Sundberg sets the target. Steve Comer peeks in. Here's the pitch to Randolph. That's a 3-5. That is a shot in the gap for a base hit for Randolph. Randolph will have his second base of the ballgame. Typical Willie, having a 2-hit afternoon of 14 on the 20 sided, gives Randolph a long single. 1-5 would have been a triple. Runner on first, 1 out. Comer -1. That'll be a 1-12 for Randolph trying to steal second. He'll be held. Randolph will get a significant lead off first. Rivers 1 for 4. RBI single back in the 5th. Sundberg sets the target. Steve Comer from the stretch and the pitch. 1-7 fly ball shallow center. Benitez comes in and makes the catch for the second out. So now here's Munson, 1 for 4. RBI knock back in the 5th. 2 outs here in the 9th. Yankees lead 3-2. Yankees out hitting the Rangers 10-5. Both teams committing a foobar, 1 each. Sundberg behind the plate. Now puts the sign down, gets in position. Comer looks in, nods from the stretch. He gets in the set position. Here's the pitch to Munson. 1-11. That is a line drive to Bump Wills, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Yankees get no runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 3-2 Yanks. So Gossage comes up here. He needs to get 3 outs. It'll be Hara, Bavacqua, and Benitez. We'll see if the Rangers set up any pinch hitters. So far, let's see if Toby Hara, he'll come up and bat. Hara so far is 1 for 3. RBI single in the 1st. Healy sets the sign. Gossage nods. He looks on menacingly. Here's a big windup and delivery in the pitch. 3-8 is a pop up to second. He dead rolled his 3 column. Gossage stared him, and he popped it up. Randolph is there for out number 1. Here's Bavacqua, homer, and back in the 4th inning. Does he get another opportunity here against Gossage? Healy sets the target. Bavacqua will bat. Gossage looks in from the windup, ready to heave. Here's the pitch. On a 1-8, struck him out. And Gossage looks to be in postseason form. Second out here in the 8th. And now it's Juan Benitez. This is actually Gossage's first outing as a New York Yankee, coming over from, I believe, the Pittsburgh Pirates or Chicago White Sox in '77. Sparky Lyle was the main reliever. The Yankees brought Gossage over for this situation. 2 outs in the 9th. Here is Benitez. Let's see if he bats this inning. He will. 2 outs in the 9th. Benitez sets in. Healy looks down, gives the sign. You know it's coming. Gossage gets ready to rev. Here's the pitch to Benitez. 3-11, ground ball to second. Hits at Randolph. Makes the throw to Chickless. And the Yankees win. So the Yankees win a big ball game here on opening day in Arlington Stadium by the score of 3-2. The Yankees 3 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Rangers 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Guidry goes 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk and 8 strikeouts, and gave up that home run to Kurt Bavacqua. Gossage went an inning in a third, 1 walk and 1 strike. No walks and 1 strikeout. The loss goes to Matlack. He tough luck loser. 7 1/3, 9 hits, 3 runs all earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Barker 2/3, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Comer went a solid inning of 1-hit game. 27,000 here at Arlington. The Yankees left 9 on base, the Rangers 5. The Rangers turned 2 double plays, errors by Johnson and Campaneris. Bavacqua the lone home run, RBIs by Rivers, Munson, Hara, and Bavacqua. Stolen bases by Randolph and Campaneris. And that's a final. 27,274 fans watched. An exciting game at Arlington Stadium. The Yankees win it by the score of 3-2 by the Rangers. Guidry pitched well for New York in their victory. He went 7 2/3 innings, surrendered only 5 hits and 1 walk. Guidry whiffed an impressive total of Texas batters. Gossage pitched a perfect inning and was credited with his first save of the year on opening day. Matlack was given the loss. He pitched 7 1/3, only giving up 9 hits and 3 walks. And that's a final here at Arlington Stadium. The Yankees win by the score of 3-2. So let's take a look at the 1978 schedule so we can look ahead what our next exciting Yankee telecast will be. Again, it's not going to be most games just for the Yanks with Ron Guidry on the mound. So let's see who will be the next performance for the Yankees here. Yankees could be possibly at home here. Let's see. And it'll be, nope, maybe a Sunday. Let's see. Nope. Wow, Guidry goes from not even, He pitched one game. Let's look at it. He pitched on the 8th. So 5 days less should get him a start by the 13th. Again, we're looking kind of at these together and see maybe if I'm missing something or not, unless they held. Oh, there it is. He will pitch at opening day at the stadium, April 13th, 1978, against the White Sox and Wilbur Wood, as the Yankees will get their rings that day for their World Championship back in 1977. So join us on that day. The games will be autoed till then, and as this has been a great night, everybody. Yankees win 3-2. Guidry gets his first win, and remember, this is the New York Yankee 1978 Ron Guidry replay. We'll only be showing the Ron Guidry starts for now. Thank you, folks, for showing in. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe to this video, and as always, it's been a great night, everybody. Again, please like and subscribe.